She thought she could control the water by towing my boat, but 5 minutes later, the Coast Guard showed her what real power looks like. It was a clear summer morning at the marina, the kind of day meant for calm fishing and quiet waves. I had just tied up my boat after a long night offshore when HOA Karen appeared, clipboard already in hand. "That boat's an eyesore," she snapped, pointing like she owned the dock. "It violates HOA regulations. I'm having it towed immediately." Before I could argue, a tow truck rolled up, her orders already in motion. My neighbors watched in silence as the crew hitched my boat and pulled it away. Karen smirked, satisfied, as if humiliating me gave her some twisted sense of power. "Next time," she said, "learn the rules." What she didn't know, I had friends whose rules carried far more weight than hers. I made one call. 5 minutes later, the low hum of powerful engines echoed across the water. A Coast Guard cutter swept into the marina, its wake rippling across Karen's prized yacht, which sat tied in the next slip. Officers in uniform stepped off, calm but firm, their presence impossible to ignore. "Ma'am," the lead officer said, eyeing her vessel, "we've received multiple complaints regarding this yacht's violations: unauthorized anchoring, unpaid docking fees, and interference with Coast Guard navigation lanes." Karen's smug grin evaporated. That's not possible. This is my property," she stammered. The officer didn't blink. "Not anymore. Your yacht is hereby seized pending investigation." Within minutes, heavy ropes were unfastened, and the Coast Guard began towing her yacht, not down the street like mine, but straight out into the open sea. Karen ran along the dock, screaming, her clipboard clutched to her chest, helpless against the law of the water. The crowd of neighbors who once stayed silent now laughed openly. Phones came out, cameras flashing as Karen's humiliation played out like a live show. I stood at the edge of the dock, arms folded. "Funny," I called out. "Looks like you're the one who doesn't know the rules." Karen collapsed to her knees, watching her pride and joy vanish toward the horizon. She thought she could bend me with HOA power, but in the end, the sea answered to me.
I am Liam, and trust me, the next HOA story is even worse. Subscribe now.